episode number 92, Bethany and Sparky here, Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. Again, please put your questions down below in the comments section. You can also, TikTokers, you can hop on Instagram and DM us questions ahead of time if you're interested. This is Hazel, who's doing little woofs. What are you doing little woofs
We'll give him another
for?
5 and then he's out. What do you think? He's like, I'm good.
He is really cute. I'm also randomly feeding a puppy for staying off camera. So if you see that, that's why. All right, guys, we're gonna jump right in. Our Jolly Ollie, that is adorable. That is really cute. Our Jolly Ollie, that just makes me happy saying that. Good morning. We just became parents of a new puppy. He's an 11-week-old white German Shepherd puppy named Oliver. Oh my gosh, I love, yes, adorable. Everybody's gonna wanna pet him. You're gonna have to beat them off with a stick, and you're gonna have to get comfortable with saying, oh no, sorry, we're training. Otherwise, this adorable, sorry, I just love white German Shepherds. This dog is going to not care about you at all. It's going to seek out attention from everything around you because people are petting it, dogs are saying hi, and it's chaos. Okay, anyway,
You give yourself value in every situation depending on how you value yourself in the situation. You have your dog focus on you rather than the other person, you gain value. Every dog that says hi to another person or dog on the walk that's not you, you lose value.
Yep, I have quite a bit of experience with a handful of white German Shepherds, and this is the #1 issue they have.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, anyway, we decided that this puppy would do best with a schedule, which is correct. Found your website. Awesome. We devised a schedule based on what was on the website. We have a question. Playpen and a crate. Sleeps in the crate in our bedroom at night. Getting better with it. Way to go. Potty in the middle of the night. Up again at 4:30 a.m. That's going to get better, especially if it's a large breed dog. You could probably go ahead and move that 1 to like 3.
Oh,
yeah, you should be able to by now. Large breed, 11 weeks old. Okay.
Does it say when they go to bed?
Anyway, no, it doesn't say when they go to bed. When he has playtime, we're giving him space to roam a few rooms. But after listening to your videos, we've decided playtime would be best in his playpen.
Ah, yes.
Or outside. You know, you go and playtime, guys. This goes for everybody. Playtime should not just be the dog playing. A lot of puppies don't even play with themselves. They like to chew and gnaw on things because of how they're feeling with their mouth for several months. But you need to be part of the play. Like, I cannot emphasize that enough. So just make sure that that's not most of the play. Like, sometimes it's you with a toy interacting with your puppy. Okay, anyway, sorry. For his nap times during the day, can we just use the playpen, or should we bring the crate from upstairs down and put him in there? It's a wire crate. He needs to be alone during the day. I mean, that's what you say too.
As far away from main living area as possible.
Yes, yes. So if you told us that the crate's in the bedroom and you guys work from the bedroom, or you work from the bedroom and the kids are in and out and it's chaos, then yeah, you would need to move the crate, because during the day he needs alone time during daylight on his own, where he learns to rest and chill out when it's daylight. I would cover the crate. You can kind of think of it as, if you do have kids, like putting a baby to sleep, dark room, maybe a white noise machine, something like that. Lastly, should the playpen be in view of our family? Yes.
Yep.
Our house.
Think of it as supervised separation. When they're in the playpen, they still need to be supervised by you.
Yep.
They can climb it, they can get hurt. There's a lot of different things that can happen. Plus, you're teaching to exist around you. Right here, there's the key phrase, without having access to you.
Yes.
This is how you can work through the beginning stages of separation anxiety, which most puppies have, but it's not like the full-blown separation anxiety, which is an addiction to affection. The light version, which almost all puppies have, is an addiction to attention.
Yep.
They always get it by coming up and tapping on your knee, nudging you with their toy.
And then you touch, you pet, you reinforce that pushy behavior.
Which is then rewarding.
Yep. And so look at it this way. Crate and playpen have two, I told you I gotta watch Party.
You took him!
I know, he gravitated. Would you let me finish your thought for you? Okay. So there's a huge difference between crate and playpen. What is wrong with me? Crate is to teach your dog to sleep during the day, through the night, potty training, help them rest. I mean, it builds leadership, whole number of things, okay? Playpen is purely to teach them that they can be away from you and around you at the same time. Now, this is also one of the reasons I don't always love playpen. Some dogs can't handle it. It builds too much anxiety. But if your puppy is doing good with it, and they don't get any attention when they're in playpen, they just hang out with you in the same room. Maybe you can go to the bathroom and come back, but like he said, that's all we would do. It needs to be, the dog needs to be supervised when in playpen.
You have a couple minutes away from them if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky and they don't start screaming.
This one? His is actually probably pretty good.
But if your dog is doing good with it, it's totally fine. Okay, I'm gonna grab a few over here from TikTok.
You got a lot from TikTok.
Yeah, hey TikTok. Oh,
Get it,
uh-oh,
TikTok.
touching buttons. All right, go away. Sam says, how to help with puppy biting with your hand when training. So what I would say is there's a few ways. Over time, your hands are gonna become two things, 90% of the time. Food delivery system and a toy, okay? Over time, that in and of itself is gonna help. The more impulse control your puppy learns to like sit back and wait for food delivery, we teach that extensively in our online program. If you wanted to check that out, anybody, it's thepuppyacademy.com. Click on the online section, and it's a whole online school. It's like going to, grade school for your kids online for dogs.
It really is.
So the whole point of a lot of training is to build follower mode, where your puppy wants to follow you, and to teach them to wait. Okay, so this will build respect around your hands. The other thing is how you're touching. You can kind of see how Sparky is touching Hazel. It's more massage, it's more calm. Stay away from the head. People with your puppies, why do you keep petting the head? I know it's adorable. Take photos of it. Stop touching it. All it makes them want to do is bite you. I had the best owner lesson the other day. It was with a 15-week-old Mal Husky mix, and mostly Malinois, like the temperament.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like a shark. Velociraptor. And so I would go to the head, and she'd jump up on me, mouth me, paw me, bite the leash, and I'd go to the body, and I'd slow my fingers down. And she didn't melt into it, because I don't think that's part of her personality at 15.
There is no melting.
At 15 weeks old. But she was like, I even got it on camera. She looked confused. She was like, oh, this feels nice. Okay, I think I'll just stay here in my sit. And she just stayed there for the longest time. It was so cool. So it really matters the energy you're putting into it. So calm touch, and only pet your puppy when they're calm. But I'll tell you, if they start mouthing you, even if you're doing it all correctly, they're overtired, or they don't want to be pet, they want to do something. So you got to kind of figure out which one that is. Okay.
Even this guy about 5 minutes ago was starting to get real frustrated, moving around a lot. That calm pet, he started just melting into it. Laying down, he took a little baby nap.
He's like, oh, I like this. All right, Hillary says, my puppy won't stay in the playpen. He whines. Okay, so I just talked about that. Some dogs aren't good with it. They're just not, and that's okay. The dog needs more maturity, more impulse control, more place work, stopping at thresholds, front and back door, crate door. So just do more crate. That truly is a genetic and a temperament, thing. Some dogs just don't do well in playpens, and that's okay. Just amp up your crate work for about a month or two. Then you could kind of retry it. I would even probably move to tethering the puppy. Yeah. So give it a month of really working on place and stopping at thresholds, and start back tying your dog to something. Always with you in the room, supervising. Okay, you want to jump to a question? Do you want to read
Let's
one?
do it. Yep.
Or keep petting Hazel.
Kimberly, he's starting to get frustrated. So, how long have you been on this call for? Maybe 10 minutes? That's all about he lasted. So, that was like 5 minutes of calm petting.
And us spoiling him around.
Yes, maybe. Us spoiled dogs.
Yeah. I only read the big one.
Alright, this is from Joshua. Help when puppy is trying to chew on your clothes over and over again. So, this is where gotta have a leash on your puppy. Without a leash, you don't have control over your puppy. When puppies are chewing on my clothes, most of the time that's their way of grabbing attention. So it's not even them chewing, they're demanding your attention.
Mm-hmm.
So when I have that moment,
they're bored or frustrated.
Pick up leash,
or tired.
Pressure up, out, and then step in firmly. You want to kind of do like a quick no, get them to back off for a second, and the second
you scared Barney.
Well,
That's a big
he
no.
probably needed to know.
He's sensitive.
Well, I know Barney's here. Barney, go to a different room. But when you get them to back off, you have this like 1 second window. It's super short, but in that 1 second window, you have to redirect them. You can't just say no, step in, and freeze, because then they're going to eventually just do it again. Redirect them to place, to come, to sit, to down. Work them, because you're taking all that bad energy of the jumping and the biting, and you're switching it to a good channel, because energy is just energy. It goes to good or bad depending on what kind of energy they have.
Yeah.
You help them decide a good, the next time they come up and sit in front of you, they want to work instead.
And puppies that are really pushy, man, you won't, okay, I just talked about this Malmix that I worked with, 15 weeks old. She was huge too for 15 weeks. But when she did start jumping on me, because I wanted to show the owner how to work through it, so it was pretty easy to get her to start jumping and mouthing the leash and doing a little bit of this. It was literal. I had to stand up. She didn't believe me when I stayed seated because it's new to her. So I had to stand up. A little bit of pressure. She immediately stopped and relaxed. And what do you think she did when I relaxed? She went again. And I'm like, pressure? I probably took about 5 times before she spun around and sat away from me, like facing away from me.
Pouting.
And well, it is pouting, but like it's problem solving. So she's like, okay, pressure on. You wanted me to stop. Oh, pressure went away. I'm gonna do it again. And so it was rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And finally, she sat, turned away from me, and I very calmly said, good, and I didn't even want her to turn around, so I actually tossed a piece of food in front of her because we were working, we were training, and she just had she had it, you know. Dad was there, and she was like, I've been working for 5 whole minutes, you know. And so anyway, my point is just that it can take several repeats over and over. I'm gonna grab one of these. Okay, Kristen says, do you do threshold training when opening the crate after a nap? Always.
Every time.
9-week-old Cabochon, 21 degrees negative 21 degrees in Canada. So that's probably Celsius. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I'm going to guess it's cold. We have him on a schedule. He will what? Okay, he will do nothing. Okay. It just says he will. So, what was the actual question? Opening the crate, thank you, after a nap. So here's the thing. Day 1 of even like a nervous little puppy, doesn't want to go in crate, just wants to sit there. Day 1 of bringing him home, I'll just put him in the crate. And if he tries to like fly out, he knows nothing, but he's gonna wait at the door. So yes, every single time. You gotta be consistent or it's really unfair.
And make sure when you close that crate door, your close matches the level of his intensity. He's trying to blast out of that crate as fast as he can.
You have to be firmer.
Your arm has to be fast to close that door.
You have to be firmer. Want to read one of those small questions?
Sure. This is from, Josh again. Tips for leash training. Our pup pulls a ton. Loves other dogs, birds, birds and squirrels.
Peoples?
Peoples, birds, and squirrels. So this kind of goes to what we mentioned earlier, which is when you have a dog that wants to go say hi to people, you might have to stay a little farther away from them. We call it working the dog below threshold. Threshold is the door inside of their brain that when that door is open, they run to people. That means they're above threshold. Working below threshold.
Did you learn that somewhere?
Pull it out of nowhere.
Wow, that was a new way to explain threshold.
Use it. I liked it.
And by this threshold, we don't mean door. We mean like in the brain.
Brain threshold.
Like they see the squirrel, but they're not chasing it yet because it's so far away.
And if you're close to it, there's no way you're going to get your dog to do anything. Except for maybe walk away when you make them walk away, which is what I would do is they're so focused that they can't focus on you. Get distance, 50 feet. Try it again. Nothing? Another 50 feet. Oh, now they're looking at you, or at least glancing at you in between staring at the squirrel.
Move. Turn.
You have to match that. You have to match the stimulation of the squirrel and go above one.
Yeah.
Because when you say come and they're looking at the squirrel, just like she did, good. That's
Let's
your
go.
moment to grab that focus and pull them away from that squirrel.
And you gotta change eyesight. Yep. That's why he said pull. He didn't really mean like pull and drag.
We're just walking.
But it's like you have to change eyesight immediately. So like Barney here, he's a big barker and he's doing really, really great everywhere except in his own neighborhood because that's where he feels most powerful.
Yep.
But everything else, just doing like good food has just made it such a huge impact where he's not barking yet because if you can catch him early, you're good. His ears alert. Oh, there's a human. Oh, there's a dog. Turn, good food. Keep walking, good food, good food, good food. And then turn and go towards the pressure again. And then away. And you really have to work on this over and over. Now, once he starts barking, he's over threshold. It's management at that point. We wait till the moment moves on, try to do better next time at catching him early. But make sure you're practicing don't just start this outside. This needs to be, like, your dog, your puppy, a puppy, should be able to do this off leash in your home. Turn, stop and sit, good food, before trying to expect it outside. Okay, let's move on.
All right, we're gonna do this one. Does my puppy need to be introduced to other dogs off leash?
Only if you know them really, really well. Because one bad experience with a dog.
At a young age especially.
Yeah, it's just the same with kids under 8, I think they say. Kids under 8, even though they just supposedly don't remember, it starts to affect how they develop fear and stuff like that in their brain.
Even when you introduce dogs off leash, so and you find a good dog that's a good match, you're still expected to mediate that play. They don't do it to each other. And that's how dog fights start.
You mediate the play. Yeah. And when you say off leash, in my head, I'm a very visual person. So I think about a puppy and a dog dragging leashes.
Yep, I agree.
And I forget to even say that is off leash, but they should still be dragging leashes if it's their first time together. Okay. Mal for R-I.
I think it's Mallory.
Mallory. Wow. Obviously
Nice.
It's Mallory. Obviously. Thank you, Kimberly. See, we're just dog trainers.
We're not grammatical people.
Well, you are more than me. You've read my stuff. Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay, so stop it. You're not supposed to, be that mean about it. Okay, how to break up a dog fight. Okay, Mallory, this is a huge can of worms, and I could talk for a whole hour on this, but it's not.
We have before.
Well, no. Wait.
Not here.
Oh,
You and I have.
yes. But it's not, I don't want to just ignore your question. We definitely got it, but it's not something we can answer here on the puppy show. Now, if you have had like a puppy, we can do this briefly. If a puppy and a dog get into a squabble, they should have leashes on. And 2 people, this shouldn't be so bad where you can't just pick up the leashes and separate them. Try to avoid grabbing the dog itself.
Yep.
Okay.
That's how you get that.
Yep.
Most dogs will actually redirect the frustration towards the thing holding them back.
Yep.
You.
Exception is maybe a lot of bully breeds that are like bred to bite and hold.
Yep.
No, they do not have lockjaw. That is fake. That is not a thing.
I heard that their muscle structure goes from the bottom of the jaw all the way to the top, which is they have like one of the hardest bites in the world.
Yeah, so do
which is why it gets confused.
Sort of like Rottweilers and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But the thing is, they're terriers, and so little terriers have this too. Like your little Jack Russell Terrier, you think is so cute. It's bite the rat, hold the rat, shake the rat until completion.
I've been bitten by more small dogs than big.
I know. so in that type of situation, it can be a little bit different how you handle it, but it kind of goes down a road that we just don't do on the puppy show unless you've got a specific
I'm going to say this though.
puppy question.
It's better to prevent rather than react.
Yes.
So by mediating play, by moving between the dogs and splitting them up periodically during play, every
Preventatively.
30 seconds to a minute, in my opinion,
Yeah.
that's how you prevent dog fights from happening because you become present and you become the leader of the play.
Yeah.
There's no one leader in play. You guys are the leader.
Yeah.
You control.
And if you want to prove it, if a dog is like you're holding onto your puppy,
Yep.
it's about the dog, not about the puppy. And what I mean by that is you need to get feet off the ground and you need to do pressure straight up in the air around the neck. What? We have something important?
We might need to scroll.
Oh, for more.
More
Okay,
questions.
cool. Got it. All right. Allie says, Allie Nyreen, maybe. Why does my puppy, I'm just like, whatever.
I guess.
Why does my puppy keep barking at her reflection in the window? A 3-month-old Labradoodle. You want to take that one?
She's letting it know how tough she is. No, honestly, it's probably just boredom. It's just a form of stimulation they get
And
into.
they don't understand it.
Yeah.
They don't understand
I've
it.
had dogs bark at mirrors. It's hilarious.
At what?
At mirrors?
Oh, at
like
mirrors.
Bark at it. It's absolutely hilarious.
We had a German Shepherd one time at the rescue, adult German Shepherd that would bark at her reflection in cars. But she was also dog reactive. So it's like that can be, I'm not saying that your Labradoodle is going to be dog reactive, but it is something that I know starts out cute but then gets excessive.
It gets very uncute very quickly.
Yes, exactly. So it's probably something that you want to work on.
Guide them away from the mirror and just prevent access. Or to the window, mirror, whatever it is, prevent access to it. And if you ever notice,
I have hallway mirrors.
if you ever notice hyper-focusing on it and you can catch it before they bark,
Yes.
pick up leash, guide away.
Yeah.
Make it a training session. Practice recall, which is come
Yeah.
away from that mirror or away from that window.
Because we have hallway mirrors, and so when I get a dog
Hallway
in,
mirrors?
yeah, yes,
How old
yes,
is your home?
it's old. It's like an apartment. Anyway, well, you've seen like the main room. It's like a den. It's like a cabin. But okay.
True.
Anyway, and no, we haven't replaced them. Okay, so anyway, the point is, also like I can see like what the dogs.
I thought you wanted to ignore it.
Okay. Anyway, so you want to you can work the dog through it like he said, but you're gonna have to be really consistent about it. So just
Very
get
much
the
so.
dog used to redirecting off of that, and then eventually when that's getting pretty good and there's still occasional barking, you can add in a no, but you need a foundation first. Okay, Sarah says, hi there, 9-week-old terrier mix. Info on your program. Perfect. The program is perfectly tailored towards a 9-week-old dog. And so it's a whole school. There's 2 sections. There's a whole school of like classes of basic obedience. Then there's a library section of more the behavioral and how to take that obedience into the real world, desensitizing, passing dogs, all that good stuff. And then we do one-on-ones, not one-on-ones, but
It's like a 4 p.m. live every Wednesday after this one, and we answer all your questions. I mean,
Yeah,
we
in
buy
person.
dogs and train them.
in person.
I think if there's one thing part of that program that shines, it's that 4 p.m. live.
Yeah.
Because we have more and more people joining every week, and the questions that we answer, they help everyone.
Yeah, so just go to the website, go to thepuppyacademy.com, and click on the online section. Is that
It's
what you
a
want?
huge banner on top.
Is that what you want to make sure I didn't forget?
Make sure you differentiate between the online and then our physical school.
Oh, and then we also have a physical school in Hermosa Beach. So 2 different
Yep.
things. Physical
Online
school,
we're trying to help the whole world.
right? Physical school, you come and drop off your dog. Okay, TikTok says, dog is always a train. Oh, here we go. Let me scroll down in case I missed one. No, I didn't. Okay, with training, the dog is always biting the treat pouch, even taking it. Okay, you need to put the bait bag. This is not uncommon as the puppies get older, but you need to do what we mentioned earlier with the leash pressure for just biting in general, jumping up, biting clothing. It's a no, and you do pressure out and away from you. And then relax when the dog
Can
relaxes.
you point out how you're holding that leash again? Because that's where I see the most underhand, and it really strains the wrist. Thumb up towards the ceiling.
Like an ice
make
cream
a Y.
cone. Ice cream cone.
Like an ice cream cone. And the leash sits across that Y. So when you lift up, you're pulling back with your back arm.
Yeah.
That creates your tension.
And I can
this creates
tighten,
your
yeah,
distance.
I can tighten it, or like Josh says, make it bigger, make it smaller.
Yep.
Like whatever you want, it's super easy. And anyway, that's how you handle it in the moment. And you bump them off, like you use their knee, and you're like, hey, no, and then you do pressure right away.
Yep.
But to make it not such a big issue, I would, if your dog is that keen on the food, then you probably need to work on some more calm food work, as well as put your bait bag behind you. Okay. Was there a follow-up to that? Puppies barking at others. I think we kind of answered that. What was the question? I forget. But anyway, it's we had a question about a dog pulling constantly, puppies pulling, so we kind of already answered that. And I think this came in earlier.
That was our final one.
This is the long one? Okay. How?
This is a can of worms. That's a good one.
Uh-oh.
Good
Can
final
of
question.
worms for 3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes. We kind of got it.
Does your, it said something about car anxiety. We must have done a post on car anxiety. My dog just turned, it's 2 years old. Well, so it's not really a puppy anymore, but we'll answer it. She has most of her commands down. Well, yes, at 2 years old. One major problem, high anxiety in the car. Any way she can break that reaction? Well, I don't know what reaction it is. Let's see.
Anxiety, probably.
Maybe, but maybe there's
But
barking.
anxiety is not a reaction.
Yeah.
Anxiety is a source. The reaction is whether she barks, paces, stands up, drools, throws up. We've seen it all. We've had it all in their cars.
She's very loving to everyone, including strangers. It's not necessarily a good thing. Her breed,
Pregnant Bethany is very brutal.
no, I
She has,
prefer I prefer Dusty, who's like aloof. He's so much easier.
I like her too.
Her breed is Golden Doodle. Yeah, that's why she's friendly. I think she's very smart. She is. She definitely
That's
is.
your problem.
Most dogs are. Just a bit, although we don't tell people when their dogs are dumb. We keep that inside. But there are dumb dogs out there. But most dogs are super smart. They learn off of patterns, so they're crazy smart. Just a bit hyper. Okay, so this is just extra stuff. Is she too old to change her behavior for car anxiety? Marty. No. I work with 8-year-old dogs. Okay. I just have a 10-year-old dog with severe anxiety. It's not going away. It's not about.
You want Cheyenne for 2 weeks?
It's not. No. Cheyenne's like a wolf. I'll pass. It's like, yeah, you want a penny double? I'll do it. So anyway, sorry. Any age, totally fine. But it's not about. Did you say fixing or did I just hear that? Oh, change her behavior. Okay. It's not about.
I prefer change.
I know fix. Change is good.
I
was just gonna say it's not about fixing though, and change is also tough. It's a tough one. It's really more about, and this goes for any dog, any age, any puppy. It's really more about helping them improve the anxiety. It's not gonna go away, and then over time, it's about chipping away at it. You can't just correct anxiety away. Correction can help with a little bit of suppression to like give you a window into helping them learn what to do instead. But it's only a really small tool when it comes to anxiety of a really big situation that's happening.
You have to teach coping mechanisms.
Yeah. So it's like really slow patterning every day, not going anywhere, in the car, down, pause, big breath, out of the car. We call it puppy meditation or dog meditation. And you do that 10 times. You come out of the car, close the door, open the door. The dog has to pause. Everybody breathes like they're in yoga class. Back in, down, breathe. Like not kidding. It's over. It's meticulous over and over and over again.
Let me just clarify. The car's not even on, right?
No, the car's not even on. And then maybe turn it on. And then drive down the street, just down the street, and do 10 more, in and out, in and out. If you have a really high vehicle, get a stool just so it's not quite so hard on the coming in and out of the joints. And then you see if your dog will take food. They may not. You could also start to feed your dog in the car. It might take them a couple of days to actually eat in the car, but that would be the next thing. And then the other thing is you got to do this every day or every other day. You can't decide to work on this for a week and then skip 4 days. You'll see that reverting, yeah. When it comes to fear and anxiety, it has to be crazy consistent.
I had a dog that was so bad, actually 2 weeks ago, that the woman couldn't even leave her driveway. So we literally practiced what she said in the beginning, in and out, down, in and out, down. And then we started putting the dog in the car, getting it down, rolling down the driveway, rolling up, getting the dog out so it could vomit, then doing it over again. And I think on the 3rd session, the 4th day, the dog didn't vomit. It was pretty good.
So that's really great perspective. These are weeks apart, and by the 3rd, hang on, you're distracting. By the 3rd session, the success was the dog didn't vomit. So seriously, that's how slow sometimes chipping away at anxiety can go. So don't expect anything fast. Okay, do we have something hilarious?
Bridget Jones would like you to know that Bridget Jones starts the car and drives away in it.
Thank you, the Baroness. I actually believe that about Bridget Jones.
Yeah, I would too.
We know Bridget Jones, and you want to talk about one of the smartest, most intense small dogs that we've ever had the privilege of working with.
We love Bridget Jones, we really do. She's wild, but we love her.
But we can attest to the fact that because of her energy and how keen she is, she's very challenging. She's like, it's like having a cattle dog in a tiny little body. She really is. Just as far as tenacity goes. Okay, guys, we really enjoyed talking with you this week. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Awkward smile.